Now, if I didn't know any better, I'd say that you're looking at running for president again.
Do it. Do it. Look at me. Do it. I will personally write you a campaign check now on behalf of this country, which does not want you to be president, but which badly wants you to run.
I am officially running for President of the United States, and we are going to make our country great again.
There's not going to be a President Donald Trump.
I think that man will be president of the United States right about the time that spaceships come down filled with dinosaurs and red cake.
Donald Trump has been saying that he will run for president as a Republican, which is surprising since I just assumed he was running as a joke.
Donald Trump will not become president.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
Donald Trump will never, ever be president.
Moderator, but apparently believes that Donald Trump is a clown.
President Obama will go down as perhaps the worst president in the history of the United States! Exclamation point at real Donald Trump. Well, at real Donald Trump, at least I will go down as a president.
You're never going to be president of the United States by insulting your way to
Let's see, I'm at 42 and you're at...
We have a key race alert right now. Donald Trump now has reached the number of delegates needed to clinch the Republican presidential nomination.
So, right now, Mr. Trump, to answer your call for political honesty, I just want to say, you're not going to be president, all right? It's been fun. It's been great. I love you. But come on, buddy.
Donald Trump, while we project, will win in Kentucky with its 8 electoral votes, in Indiana with its 11 electoral votes, West Virginia, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Mississippi, South Carolina, Alabama, Kansas with its 6 electoral votes, Nebraska with its 5 electoral votes, and Wyoming with its 3 electoral votes, North Dakota with its 3 electoral votes, and South Dakota, Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, the state of Montana, Missouri, Ohio, Idaho, North Carolina.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
Together, we will make America great again.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome into CobraCast 199. I am your host, D-Day Cobra, and we have a lot to talk about tonight because there's a lot of shit going on. And I'm personally, I'm not excited about everything I'm seeing right now. I'm not excited. I'm not at all. And this is exactly kind of the direction that we anticipated everything was going to go. It is an all-out assault now on Donald Trump and Donald Trump supporters. They are going overboard trying to basically silence any positive things that are going on with President Trump. They are censoring and basically just trying to make the assassination attempt disappear. There's a lot of questions around that assassination attempt from the Secret Service standpoint. A lot of questions that very few people are asking right now. And the pro-Kamala Harris onslaught is unbelievable. It is truly next level. Donald Trump was beating Joe Biden so bad, he forced Joe Biden to quit the race. Does anyone understand that that happened? Donald Trump beat Joe Biden so bad that Joe Biden quit. Now they're putting all of this fake support behind Harris. And they're acting like the assassination attempt never happened. And I'm very, very nervous about what the next few months are going to look like, as I've been for a long time. But before we get into all of that, I want to say hello to everyone. Good to see all of you here tonight. I see my boy Brock, who says stay hydrated. What's up, Brock? Also, I don't know what the problem is. A lot of people said they were shocked that I'm on time. I mean, did you guys miss the memo? I was promised a lot of super chats and gifted memberships if I'm on time. All right. I was promised all of these things. So I don't know what the big deal is. If I'm promised super chats and gifted memberships, I'm probably going to be on time. I'm kidding. I'm a YouTuber and I do it all for the love of YouTube. I don't really want super chats or gifted memberships. Wink, wink. Okay. Ha ha. Okay, anyway, wanted to get a little sarcasm out of the way. The Ray Infinity Show for 20 says, Jeremy, I'm now on the idea of let's not stop liberals from not having kids because conservatives are having more kids. And over the course of generations, the liberal ideology will slowly phase out. We have to play the long game. I mean, I hope conservatives keep up with that. It's really scary to know what this world is going to look like in 10 or 20 years. And there's some really important decisions that are going to happen in order for things to go in the right direction. So I hear what you're saying, and it's not a bad idea in theory, but, you know, we'll see. We'll see. Darmouth says that gay Jeremy begging for the rants. What's up, Darmouth, over on Rumble? Thank you, Ray Infinity. I appreciate that. Lower Lips Liquor with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you. Let's see. Spirian with the 199 super sticker. Thank you, Spirian. Health Minister of Belgium says, I'm hiding. I don't know what that says. Something in your fat rolls for the flu pandemic. Probably jabs is what it looks like. The Chosen One says, sent you a package that should be available to pick up at your P.O. box now. Just a heads up. Thank you. I appreciate that. Zinny Biscuit says, because you were promised. Well, thank you, Zinny Biscuit. I appreciate that. Trey Gordon becomes a new member. Thank you, Trey Gordon. Over on Rumble, JD Corey says, you have shown how much of a Bama person you are by not putting Barnes on your show. He knows JD Vance very well. Watch the Viva Barnes sidebar with JD Vance. Well, I know Robert Barnes. I've had Robert Barnes on here a couple times, and I've been on with Viva. Actually, Barnes, I ran into Barnes when I was at the RNC. Robert Barnes just comes randomly walking by while I was on. But yeah, I've had Barnes on Geeks and Gamers. I've had him on here. He's done a lot of work with Sports Wars with us as well. I haven't had him on recently, but you know, I have it. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot says Jeremy doesn't do collabs. Dumb. Listen, I am burnt out on doing the whole collabs, the whole panel streams, all of that. I'm burnt out on it, man. I'm burnt out on it. I've been doing this for a while now, and I go through different kind of phases of how I'm going to. You got to keep things fresh. You've got to keep things fresh. Vault 95 says, why are you trying to save America when you could be playing Party Animals? Well, I'm playing Party Animals a little bit later. Don't worry. Playing Party Animals a little bit later. JMNZZ450. What's up, man? I know you like when I say that. Wouldn't be surprised if they tried to false flag an attempt on Special K to win back the extremist narrative. Also, only on time for money. That's my, I'm not saying that word because I might slip up and say, I'll just give you the highlight, okay? I have accidentally said a certain word on this channel, and it's the first time I've ever said it. I've never said it in traffic. I've never said it while playing Call of Duty. I've never said it while singing rap music. It's the first time I've ever said that word, okay? I've never used it in traffic. Never. Not me. I'm a good guy, okay? I'm a real good guy. Accident Caller says, Jeremy, House of the Dragon episode 7 was awesome. Yeah, listen, I might get into it at some point in time, but I'm glad everybody's enjoying it. Bird Up says, the big Harris push on social media is astroturfed. Laura Loomer has an entire thread exposing it. Don't get doom-pilled. It's exactly what they want. I'm not doom-pilled at all. I'm not. I'm just looking at everything that they're doing. So, like, for instance, Google is going out of their way. Google is going out of their way right here. Look at this. Elon Musk retweeted this. Wall Street Silver says, I did a Google News search about Donald Trump. Google News changed it to Harris Donald Trump and proceeded to show me only news that favors Harris over Donald Trump. There is so many of these situations right now that people are finding. It is absolutely crazy the amount of censoring going on. Facebook censored the picture that I have in the thumbnail right now. They admitted to censoring it. Google has basically made the assassination information go away. They've just, you've got this right here. Facebook has officially admitted it wrongly censored the historic iconic photo of former President Trump pumping his fist with his ear bleeding after the tragic event that occurred during his Pennsylvania rally, saying it was an error. Now, again, if you remember just a couple of days ago, Mark Zuckerberg was like, oh, it was so badass what happened with him. It was so badass. You can't believe a fucking word that Mark Zuckerberg says, okay? You can't believe anything that Mark Zuckerberg says. I mean, it's just, why would anybody believe that clown? I mean, it's just so dumb. It's unbelievable that the guy just continues to lie and spread stuff. It drives me absolutely crazy. You've got more and more and more stories of is it the chat GPT or whatever? Holy crap, John Underwood says nothing. It just drops a proper 199. John Underwood, thank you. Holy shit. I really appreciate that. Is that your first? That's your first super chat on this channel? John Underwood's first super chat, and it's a proper 199. Are you kidding me? Wow. Respect, sir. Thank you so much. Holy crap. Let me see. Right here. Yes. So I want to show you guys this. And again, thank you, John. Really appreciate that. Right here. So you had Mark Zuckerberg running his mouth.
I mean,
this.
On a personal note, it's, yeah, I mean, seeing Donald Trump get up after getting shot in the face and pump his fist in the air with the American flag is one of the most badass things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, except Facebook, right there, altered photo in a post that you shared. Independent fact checkers reviewed a similar photo and said it was altered in a way that could mislead people. Facebook determined your post has the same altered photo and added a notice to the post. People who repeatedly share false information might have their post moved lower in the news feed so other people are less likely to see them. Absolute bullshit, dude. That's what I'm saying about things are getting absolutely scary right now. When you have Google, when you have Facebook, when you have the actual government, pretty much everybody except for Elon Musk right now that has any massive power or influence in the tech industry, everybody not named Elon Musk is against Donald Trump. Every single one of them. And it's downright scary. It's downright scary. And I'm just, I'm absolutely blown away by all of this. I can't believe that here we are. Donald Trump was shot less than 2 weeks ago, and they have they've done their best to memory hole this and act like it didn't exist. The fucking 45th president of the United States of America was shot in front of the world. These dumb motherfuckers are still talking about Charlottesville and January 6th, and they don't want to talk about President Trump being shot, and people in the audience were shot, and a man lost his life, and the Secret Service fucked it up, and they're not talking about it at all. They're still talking about Russia collusion. They're still talking about good people on both sides. They're still talking about this shit, and they don't want to talk about President Trump getting shot in front of tens of thousands of supporters. And an innocent man, an innocent firefighter lost his life, and other people in that audience were injured. And they don't want to talk about it. It's so frustrating to me. Beyond belief. I'm sick and fucking tired of it. Linko Kenobi for $200. Sorry if I'm yelling. Linko freaking Kenobi for $200. MAGA Red 200. What's up, Jeremy? Still at work watching your channel. I'll be playing COD Black Ops on multiplayer streaming on Wednesday night, and I'll be playing Star Wars Bounty Hunter on Thursday night stream channel. Venezuela is getting crazy. Anyways, looking forward to Party Animals. Hail the 199. Thank you, Linko Kenobi. Appreciate you, brother. Black Ops, Call of Duty Black Ops is great, especially OG. So good. I love it. So I hope you have fun, man. And Venezuela is absolutely insane right now. Blue Eyed Scorpio for 20. What the hell is Blue Eyed Scorpio sending me a 20 for? He's usually just talking shit about me. Blue Eyed Scorpio says, I got hit on X for the same picture that they censored on accident as my banner. Then I got hit for that picture. I got locked out for the F slur from 2012 and 2014, locked for a week. Can see the violation notice from my latest post. All right, I'll check that out. Here's the difference with that, and it does suck. Look, I mean, I have complaints about Twitter for sure. Current Twitter, I absolutely have complaints about it. No doubt about that. The difference is that Elon Musk and his actions, when you have a system ran by bots and AI, you're going to have mistakes. I am totally okay with that. It's the fact that Facebook has shown that they will absolutely commit election interference. They absolutely will. They did it in 2020, and they're doing it right now in 2024. They've shown point blank that they will affect the election, and they will suppress stories that are beneficial to President Trump. And they will suppress stories that are beneficial to Trump, and they will elevate stories that are not beneficial to Trump. They absolutely will. Now, as far as Twitter, yeah, I mean, there's still some things that they need to work out for sure. Absolutely. And even like community notes is still very, very flawed. I think Raw Alerts got hit for a community note earlier, and so there's different levels to it. But Elon Musk is 1,000% behind Donald Trump, and he has shown that more times than I can count. As a matter of fact, I'll show you this one too, on that note of Elon Musk, to the point where it's actually pissing him off and driving him crazy. All the leftist weirdos are really upset about it. You had this one right, if I can find it, because I did bookmark it. There's so much stuff. You got this one from Elon Musk where he showed probably just a coincidence that the Alphabet Google employees were the top donors to Biden. So you see Elon Musk is sharing this out there. And if you look closer, what's interesting there is Walmart. Walmart has donated quite a bit to President Trump, which is shocking. But if you look at the overall amounts, it's crazy. Like, of this Joe Biden's list, JP Morgan Chase and Company, that's the very bottom one, 393,000. The top for Trump is the U.S. Postal Service at 240,000. So the very last one here on the Joe Biden list is higher than the top of the Trump list. Absolutely insane. But there is some interesting ones. So you've got on Trump's list, you've got the U.S. Postal Service, the U.S. Defense Department, U.S. government, U.S. Army, American Airlines, Wells Fargo, the Villages, U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs, Bank of America, Walmart, Delta Airlines, Boeing, Lockheed Martin, let's see, United Parcel Service, U.S. Air Force, Raytheon Technologies, Texas Children's Hospital, United Airlines Holding, U.S. Navy, Berkshire Hathaway. Berkshire Hathaway, isn't that, who is that? That's a big investors company. Who's the big investor that is? Somebody's going to say his name. He's a huge Warren Buffett. Yes, Warren Buffett. There you go. Warren Buffett, that's his company, if I'm not mistaken, Berkshire Hathaway. But you just look at the amount of money that has gone to the Joe Biden side, and that was again tweeted by Elon Musk. And I'm really happy that Elon Musk is staying ahead of all of this. That's not the only thing Elon Musk tweeted out either, calling stuff out, because there was a publication that tweeted something out, and let me see if I can find it, because Elon called him out on it. And it's always nice when the biggest person on the entire platform is calling out this bullshit. So you've got this one right here. Wow, Google has a search ban on President Trump, election interference. So there you see it right there. And there's oh, by the way, I know you guys remember this one, but this is the best. This is one of the best interviews ever. I don't know if you guys have seen this. This is I can't remember how to pronounce his name. He's running for a Canadian Prime Minister. This guy's fantastic.
On the topic, I mean, in terms of your sort of strategy currently, you're obviously taking the populist pathway.
What does that mean?
Well, appealing to people's more emotional levels, I would guess. I mean, certainly you tap very strong ideological language quite frequently.
Like what?
Left wing, this and that, right wing. I mean, it's that type of ideological thing.
I never really talk about left or right.
Anyways, I
don't really believe in that.
Okay.
I love when people take these fucking clown media people to task about it. So is it Paul Poilievre? Poilievre, is that how you say it? Poilievre? Pierre Poilievre. Did I say that correctly? I love that he's just casually eating an apple, just annihilating this guy.
A lot of people would say that you're simply taking a page out of the Donald Trump book.
Like which people would say that?
Well, I'm sure a great many Canadians, but
like who?
I don't know who, but
well, you're the one who asked the question, so yeah. You must know somebody.
Okay, I'm sure there's some out there, but anyways, the point of this question is, I mean, why should Canadians trust you with their vote, given not just the sort of ideological inclination in terms of taking the page out of Donald Trump's book, but
what are you
also
talking about? What page? Can you give me a page? Give me the page. You keep saying
in terms of turning things quite dramatically in terms of Trudeau and the left wing and all of this. I mean, you make quite a it's quite a play that you make on it. So I'm
not sure. I don't know what your question is.
Then forget that. Why should Canadians trust you with their vote?
Common sense. Okay. Common sense for a change. We're going to make common sense common in this country. We don't have any common sense in the current government. The guy prints $600 billion, grows our money supply by 32% in 3 years. That's growing the money 8 times faster than the economy. No wonder we have the worst inflation in 4 decades. I'm going to cap spending, cut waste, so that we can balance the budget and bring down inflation and interest rates. You'll want to be able to pay your mortgage again. You want to be able to afford rent. Then you have to vote for Pierre Poilievre, because I'm the only one with a common sense plan that will bring back the buying power of your paycheck.
So, and obviously I don't keep up with Canadian politics too much. Does this guy actually have a shot? Like, does he actually have a shot against Trudeau? I mean, the dude is awesome from the few clips I've seen. And I've saw this a long time ago, but I did bookmark it because I was like, well, let me share that again because it's just so good. It's just so good. And let me see. Let me exit out of full screen here. A lot of people are saying yes. Some people are saying no. So here's a meme from the Right to Bear Memes. As you see, assassination attempt on TR. Auto population. Trump nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. Donald Trump's assassination attempt. Literally the biggest, in my opinion, the biggest story in the history of social media, and they have completely just acted like it doesn't exist anymore. It's unreal. Baba Boomer! Holy shit! A proper 199 plus 1 MK ultra survivorship. I'm not gonna lick any more frogs. Let's freaking go. Holy crap. You guys are insane tonight. How you been, Baba Boomer? Woo! Let's freaking go. Jeez. But yeah, I mean, am I wrong about that? Donald Trump's assassination attempt, in my opinion, in the age of social media, it's the biggest story we've seen. And in my opinion, it's the biggest story since 9/11. Would anybody argue that? Would anybody argue that? Let me see. I just saw a comment. D-Day Cobra, I can see your eyebrows with the new camera. I told you I have them. I just have light features. I had to highlight that. Some people are saying no. What would be a bigger story in the age of social media than Donald Trump's assassination attempt? Donald Trump is the most famous human being on the planet. He may be the most famous human being. So I've talked about this before. I'm in my 40s. The most famous people of my lifetime are Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, and Donald Trump. Those are the three most famous people in my lifetime, and I believe Donald Trump is probably the most famous of all. I believe Donald Trump is the most famous human being of my lifetime. Elvis was a little before my time. So Elvis was a little before my time. So I can't, I never really, when did Elvis die? I'm trying to remember when Elvis died. Elvis was just a distant memory for me when I was a kid. So I don't, Elon is up there. Elon Musk is 100% up there. Muhammad Ali is a big name for sure. Okay, yeah. So Elvis died before I was born. So I can recognize that Elvis's fame was probably bigger than anyone's at his time, but I wasn't alive during that time, so it's hard for me to kind of it's hard for me to process that. But it feels like Elvis, in his time, his fame might have been even more than Donald Trump's is right now. Like Elvis's fame felt like it was on another level, but I wasn't alive then, so I don't know. Trump Elvis comparison again. Yes, I saw where Trump was comparing himself to Elvis. Trump compared himself to Elvis. I gotta find that one. I gotta find it. Hang on. I think I did bookmark that one. Give me just a minute. Like Jack Posobiec tweeted it. I swear I either liked it or I bookmarked it. But it was a tweet, like it was from a while back. Let me see if I liked it. I think I liked it. Let's see here. Freaking Trump, man, comparing himself to Elvis, and he's so serious about it too when he does it. He's so serious. He's like, look, a lot of people are talking about it. A lot of people. Yeah, here it is right here. Here it is. Here it is. Right here. So Trump says, for so many years, people have been saying that Elvis and I look alike. Now this pic has been going all over the place. What do you think? I mean, he's not totally wrong. He's not totally wrong. Trump is he's so funny, dude. He's so funny. Absolutely fantastic, man. I love it so much. Oh, man. Only Trump can come up with something like that. Okay, so Donald Trump did an interview tonight, and I want to react to it. So he did an interview with Fox News, and I have not seen it yet. So we're going to check it out right here. It's only 11 minutes long.
Interview before. Enjoy. Mr. President, first, I would like to say a belated congratulations.
Can you guys hear okay?
Retiring Joe Biden, at least from the campaign. And now the polls are coming out for his replacement after a whirlwind positive press for Kamala Harris. But the Real Clear Politics average shows you up at about 1.75%, 7% over her. But before the debate, Biden was 1.5 points behind. So you've actually slightly grown your lead on the national poll. So how do you keep Republicans positive and not buying into kind of the negative publicity that they're saying?
I think she's a worse candidate than him. She's far more radical left. She is younger. I mean, she's 60 years old. A lot of people, I didn't realize she was 60. I thought she was a little younger, but she's 60.
That was Trump taking a shot. Holy shit. Ooh. Oh.
She is talking a big game, but her game is pretty bad. I mean, she was the border czar. She's trying to pretend that she wasn't. You know, it's an amazing thing that's happened too, because we did a long time ago.
It's an evolution, Mr. President, that yes, she was more progressive in 2020, but that she's moved to the middle on a number of these issues, and they're making a concerted effort to show kind of a new Kamala 2.0.
In politics, when you start off saying something, that's where you are. And she was for defund the police. She was for open borders. She was for having anybody come in. Now I notice that they're actually saying they want to have immunity for everybody that came into the country. And they want to have citizenship.
She said that, and she said that she knows that she assumes Kamala Harris would support that. That means citizenship for 10 million, 15 million,
or
20 million?
Debbie for 50 says, lurking boomer fan here. How many of us are always here for you? Be blessed. You guys are always here for me, and it blows me away. There's not a day that goes by that I'm not thankful for every single person that I have supporting me and the opportunities I have. So thank you so freaking much. And Debbie, I appreciate it. You and all the lurking boomers out there, you are appreciated.
Yeah. Or 20 million.
What would that do to the country?
Destroy the country. It's already, I mean, it's in such bad shape. Our country has never been in a position like this, in addition to which we could end up in a third world war, okay? But we have 20 million people that have come into the country. I would say by now it's 20 is probably going over that number. We have another 4 months to go, but really it's another 5 months, 5.5 months to go. So that number is going to increase very substantially. They're pouring in, and they're coming from prisons. They're coming from mental institutions, insane asylums. I always say that's a step above a mental institution. And we have a record number of terrorists coming into our country, and only bad things are going to happen. Nothing good is going to come out of it.
A big news today is President Biden announcing reforms to the Supreme Court, which include not allowing immunity.
I'm actually interested to hear what Trump has to say about this. So the fact that Biden has basically decided to attack the Supreme Court on multiple occasions now. He attacked them in his State of the Union address, if you guys remember that. He then attacked them over the decision that they made on the Trump case. And now he's going after them again. The arrogance of this guy and this administration is unbelievable. So I'm interested to hear what Trump has to say about this.
For presidents, and also new ethics rules. Now, a lot of us who used to clerk at the court believe that that's just a naked attempt to start knocking off conservative justices.
It is.
They didn't even consult Dick Durbin or the Senate Judiciary Committee on any aspect of this. What does this mean to you, what Biden is?
Well, it's a typical Biden con. He doesn't want to give up immunity because if he didn't have immunity, look at all the things he did. The $3.5 million from Russia, all the money he's taken in from China, all of the bad things and the evil things he's done, not to mention that thousands of people killed in the border. Look at the Afghanistan pullout with the worst, most embarrassing day in the history of our country. All of the things he's done that are so bad, He desperately wants immunity. There's no way he would write off immunity for a president.
But this is a really upending of our constitutional structure. And a common criticism of you from the left is he's the chaos candidate. He's the chaos former president.
Just the opposite.
And so what does that do to separation of powers if the executive branch can come along and say, oh, no, even though we have constitutional provisions governing the court, that we're just going to do this, or this is what we stand for?
It's going nowhere. They need 75%, and it's going nowhere. He can't get it. He knows that, too. It's just, I think, look.
Is it a bone
They
to the left,
staged a coup against the president of the United States. They went in and they told him, you're leaving. You're way down in the polls, 17 points, I think. You know, it's like you're in a fight with somebody and you're really winning, and they take him out and they put somebody else in. Nobody ever heard of this before. This is a coup. They took him. They said, even though you got 14 million votes.
I want everybody to understand that. Like, that's what everybody needs to understand. The narrative needs to be that Donald Trump beat Joe Biden so bad he forced him into submission. They had to bring basically a relief pitcher in for Joe Biden. Joe Biden was getting beaten so bad by Donald Trump that he quit. Trump beat him into submission. Harris isn't going to be able to deal with Donald Trump once he actually focuses in on her. He's going to crush her. But the media machine that's behind her is terrifying me right now.
You're out. And he said, I'm not going out.
But you're saying that's what they're kind of doing with the court as well?
No, what they're doing is they're keeping, they took him out. He was losing badly. They took him out.
Jonathan Herman says, Jeremy, you're no longer streaming on Kick. I need to, as a matter of fact, Hailstorm's here and some people on my team are here, but like, please remind me to reach out to Stuttering Craig because I can't get Kick to work with StreamYards. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but if I could just get Kick to work with StreamYards, I would be back on Kick. But I'm using StreamYards right now because it's easier for me to funnel through different tabs and everything like that if I'm running through StreamYards instead of Streamlabs. But yeah, I'll be back on Kick as soon as I can get it to work with StreamYards.
He wants something to say. He's sitting there with nothing to do, nobody to talk to. They threw him out. This was a coup, the first one, of the president of the United States.
But Harris endorsed this Supreme
They said
Court
you're leaving.
proposal. She endorsed this Supreme
she
Court
did.
proposal.
She's a radical
Every 2
left.
years, this is going to change justice.
Well, they're also, the one thing you didn't say, they want to pack the court. What they really want to do more than any of it is pack the court. They want to put in. So I've heard as many as 27. They've gotten up to 27.
That's not in this proposal, but this is a response to their losing on a number of high-profile cases. I mean, not every case has gone your way or Republicans' ways. Did Republicans ever put forward a series of these types of radical proposals? I don't recall.
They haven't tended to, and we've been behind also. We've been behind in justices, and they don't do this. Actually, FDR did it a long time ago, which was interesting, but it hasn't really happened like this. It's never going to happen. I'll tell you, if I'm president, it doesn't happen. We keep it the way it is, and it's been working very well for a long period of time. I mean, basically, they want to create another Congress. They want to have so many people. Let's just go to another Congress.
I haven't seen you since the assassination attempt on your life. How are you feeling? How are you doing?
I feel good.
New information keeps coming out about how this could have occurred, including text messages among some of the local law enforcement, the SWAT teams that were in place. And most recently, we found out that a local SWAT team member actually spotted Crooks 90 minutes before that first shot went off. And they kept tracking him. They even saw him at one point, maybe 45 minutes before, half hour before the shot was fired, with the rangefinder pointing it toward the roof. What's your reaction to this?
Look, I can tell you this. Once the bullets started.
I have not heard this yet. I have heard him comment on this a few times, and I just want, like, my take on this is that Trump understands that he has the deck stacked against him right now. He's not going to take any public shots at the Secret Service. He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it because he doesn't know who the hell he can or can't trust at this point in time. But he's not going to make any unnecessary waves to throw the Secret Service under the bus right now, because I've already heard him talk about this in the past. He's not going to do that, I don't think.
Coming at me, and I got very lucky. I have to attribute it to God, because if I didn't turn to the right, and there was no reason to turn to the right except I dropped a big sign on what a great job I'm doing on immigration, right? So the sign's coming down, and I go like this, and it went phew. If I didn't, I wouldn't be talking to you.
You shouldn't have been
right
on
now.
that stage. You shouldn't have been allowed to get on that stage.
But I just want to say one thing about Secret Service. They were very brave because they were coming, and bullets were flying over me because I went down. Bullets were flying, and they were on top of me. I had a lot of people on top of me, a lot of very big, strong people on top of me, I want to tell you. And they were very brave. I have to say that. Okay, with that being said, should have been somebody on the roof. There should have been communication with the local police, which there wasn't. So that's a bad thing. And they were seeing this guy who's a very disturbed person, and they were seeing him around. I mean, it's like, how about the people, the Trump fans, the Trumpsters, the woman in the red shirt that was screaming, he's got a gun, that guy's got a gun.
But this information, Mr. President, demonstrates via text messages in real time that they spotted this individual. The local SWAT team member spotted him. They lost track of him. They saw him again. But then we find out there was no pre-planning done between the Secret Service and the local SWAT teams, which is common, which is customary, in addition to the drone flying ahead.
Actually, worse, there was no communication. So they didn't speak to each other. They actually didn't speak. That just came out. Look, it's a terrible thing. Should have been somebody up there. Now, the Secret Service shooter, the Secret Service sniper, it was amazing what he did with one bullet. He took him out, and that was an amazing shot he made. I heard it was like an incredible shot, much further away. It would have been good if it was 9 seconds sooner. You know, we lost one great person and two people were very badly hurt, and now they're doing okay, and we're in communication with them. They're doing pretty good. They're doing very good. I thought they were going to die. I thought both of them were going to die also.
But you agreed to an interview with the FBI as it's called a victim's interview in a situation.
They're coming in on Thursday to see me. And I thought I would. I'm so disappointed. You know, if you took a poll of the FBI, I bet I get 95%, but not at the top level, not at the people, the
Why do
political
people not trust the upper echelon of the FBI at this point?
Well, they've had a bad period of time. I mean, they raided Mar-a-Lago. That's not so good. And I guess we bring a suit. You know, we won that whole case, and we won it the right way. We won it because we won it. We won it in court. It was a big thing. Hardly got any publicity. All they did is talk about the documents. I was allowed the Presidential Records Act, but we won the case, and the press hardly reports it. Now, with Biden, he really was convicted of that case. He was let go of that case. And by the way, you're talking about many more, and he didn't have Presidential Records Act. Just one thing, Laura. They said he was incompetent, and therefore he can't stand trial, and yet he would have been allowed to be president. Think of that. So he sort of semi-won it. Of course, you don't want to have that kind of a victory. You win because you're incompetent. But he actually was guilty.
What was Melania's reaction, if you don't mind my asking? I know this is very personal, when she learned about what happened on that field in Butler?
She was watching.
Oh, she was watching.
Wow. She was watching live. It was all over the place. It was on television. It's on your network, but it was all over the place. And she was watching. I asked her that. I mean, I wasn't there. I was on the ground. And when the world started to, like, you could talk to people, I said, so what was your feeling? And she was, she can't really even talk about it.
Traumatized.
Which is okay, because that means she likes me.
She
loves me.
That's good.
I mean, let's say she could talk about it freely. That wouldn't be, I'm not so sure which is better. But she either likes or loves me, and that's nice.
Trump.
But I will say this, look, she was, when I went down, she thought the worst had happened, because I went down. And I grabbed my, and I saw it was, my hand was loaded up with blood. You see it in slow motion, instant replay. You know, we had hundreds of press there. So this was covered live. They would have had instant replay and everything else, which they already do in this. But supposing the worst happened, you know, one man, Corey, was killed, hit horribly,
amazing man,
horribly in the head. And, you know, to guard it, he was guarding his family.
That's why how important it is to get to the bottom of why this was allowed to occur. I mean, he died.
No, he died.
You almost died.
He died instantly. Instantly. He was dead immediately.
Hey, Sean Hannity here.
So there you go. So that was that's the 11-minute upload that's over there on the Fox News channel. So good stuff from President Trump, and yeah, the whole story is it's pretty scary. It's pretty scary. Let me go back to that. Okay. Now there was another story that was now. So if you're just tuning in, a lot of the stuff that I've been talking about today is the absolute focused onslaught against President Trump. And there is an absolute focused onslaught right now from the mainstream media, from big tech, from Hollywood, from all of these weirdos. They are all in. They have gotten the update. And I want to show you, I don't want to intimidate anyone with what I'm about to show, okay? But I need to prepare all of you for what we're about to see. Don't get intimidated. But I'm going to show you the leader of White Dudes for Harris. Don't get intimidated, okay? Don't get intimidated, but this is the leader of White Dudes for Harris, ladies and gentlemen. The leader for White Dudes with Harris right here. Here we go.
Over the last few years, I've been thinking a lot about men. I've been...
No.
Over the last few years, I've been thinking a lot about men.
Oh God. Why? Let's listen to the whole thing. Let's listen to the whole thing.
Over the last few years, I've been thinking a lot about men. I've been thinking about the unique challenges that many of them face. I've been thinking about how those challenges often turn into violent or destructive behavior, either towards themselves or other people. Over the last few years,
Oh God, the reason I played it is because Colin Rugg said he put the quote right here. Over the last few years. Woo! So there you go. White Dudes for Harris organizer starts the call by saying he's been, quote, thinking a lot about men. Gary's evil twin. Oh, that's good. That is good. That's really good, actually. But yeah, man. we got a lot of weirdos out there. By the way, and sometimes I do things in order to get a reaction from the chat or whatever, because I'm sarcastic. But I really want to respect what we're going to talk about here, okay? I want the chat to respect what we're about to talk about, because this is a very sensitive issue, and I don't want to upset anyone. Gen Z wants everyone to stop using the thumbs up emoji as it's passive aggressive. I don't want to see any thumbs up emojis in this chat at all. I don't want to see any thumbs up emojis. Okay? We need to respect Gen Z and their wishes. They've now thrown So what happened to the OK symbol? Remember when the OK symbol was like a Yahtzees or something like that? Now apparently using the thumbs up emoji it's passive aggressive. It's passive aggressive, and we have to stop. Look who tweeted this out, by the way. Mario Lopez, AC freaking Slater. And he says, I'm going to use it even more now. Based AC Slater. I don't know if everybody remembers him as AC Slater or not, but I do, because I watched Saved by the Bell back in the day, okay? And one of the most crucial moments of my life was when him and Zach Morris had their fight. I don't know if you remember that, but I was traumatized for weeks because Slater and Zach got into a fight and it traumatized me. I was like, what is happening right now? Zach and Slater got in a fight? Saved by the Bell was so great. I love Saved by the Bell so much. But yeah, that's the latest one with the weirdos. There's another one, if I could find it. I don't know if I can find it or not. Let's see here. I imagine I can. Dude, Alex Stein. I am naturally just like a fan of people that are sarcastic, and Alex Stein is his sarcasm is next level. Look at this.
Well, you said candidates. I think the best candidate other than Joe Biden would be Michael Obama, the transgender that's married to Barack. And you vibe with that because you're non-binary. So I think that would be the best replacement. And I do like the minimum age. Like there should be like 25 should be the minimum, or there should be no limit. Like if you can compete in the game, you should be able to play.
Do you always though like find really shitty ways to insult people? Is that like
how is that insulting? He said he's non-binary. So is Michelle Obama or Michael, whatever. You call him.
I don't. I guess if I have to explain to you
that
why
Michael has
that's such a cruel thing to say to somebody.
Wait, time out. How is saying non-binary cruel? Explain
No,
to me how
no, that's not what was cruel. But we're not.
What's cruel comparing to Michael Obama?
We're gonna.
So let me try to understand something. So, on one hand, I'm told that like the trans mafia has told us that being trans is wonderful and it's beautiful and it's the greatest thing in the world and we should protect trans people and all that shit. And then when you call Big Mike, they think that's an insult. But aren't we just calling Big Mike a beautiful person at that point? Because being that way is supposed to be beautiful and wonderful. But whenever we call Big Mike, they get offended. It's interesting, right? Why are you so offended? I thought that it was like supposed to be this wonderful thing, but you claim it's an insult. That means your bigotry is showing. Please don't bring your bigotry over here, okay? We're just celebrating Big Mike, okay? That's it. And I don't know why all of these bigots have a problem. I don't know why all these bigots have a problem. One more time for this guy. This loser is so triggered by Alex Stein.
You said candidates. I think the best candidate other than Joe Biden would be Michael Obama, the transgender that's married to Barack. And you vibe with that because you're non-binary. So I think that would be the best replacement. And I do like the minimum age. Like there should be like 25 should be the minimum, or there should be no limit. Like if you can compete in the game, you should be able to play.
Do you always though like find really shitty ways to insult people? Is that like
how is that insulting? He said he's non-binary. So is Michelle Obama or Michael, whatever.
I don't. I guess if I have to explain to you
that
why
Michael has
that's such a cruel thing to say to somebody.
Wait, time out. How is saying non-binary cruel? Explain.
No, that's not what was cruel. But we're not.
What's cruel comparing to Michael Obama?
We're gonna.
Hey. Listen, if you're bigoted behavior, if you're offended over Big Mike, that's a you problem. Quit being offended with your bigotry. All right. If we want to celebrate Big Mike, we can celebrate. We don't need your bigotry interrupting our celebration. Okay. And then Alex Stein. Alex Stein is so good at this shit, dude. He's so good. Here we go.
Who has something on the prompt specifically about the
well, you know, first of all, you
convicted felons should our
guys
president
are obviously very racist for saying that because 1/3 of all Black African American men have a felony conviction. So
are we? Wait, are we going to just? Is it okay for people to throw out the racist word in this debate? Is that
not
racist? Considering that
you're the racist because you want 1/3 of Black people not eligible
you of being racist, my friend.
Well, then why are you so against people having a felony? America's.
I'm not. No.
Let me just say this: America's built on second chances. A lot of people make mistakes.
Sure.
So a person, whether they get arrested or not, I want to live in a world where we give second chances. So you say somebody gets arrested and they should be negated from having any public office.
No.
I think that's what you said.
I would love to go into detail.
That doesn't
I would love to go into detail.
Let's try and avoid an attacking.
I'm not trying to personally attack.
No, you already did. You called us racist.
Well, I'm saying that I guess
as a rhetorical flourish, but it's too much, and you need to be a little more respectful of other people.
Okay, but still, you might still be racist. I don't know you that well.
So the leftists don't like being called racist. Wow. Imagine that. A leftist doesn't like being called racist. Interesting little detail there, don't you think? It's almost like those that preach the loudest have the most to hide. I bet that that person's never gotten mad when a leftist called a Trump supporter a racist or anything like that. Interesting indeed. Let's see. All right, let me catch up on some of these super chats. You guys have been very patient tonight, and I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so freaking much. Let's see. Christian Rocker says, did you decide to keep your new camera? Video quality looks so good, I can almost see your eyebrows. I do have eyebrows. No, I still have the camera. I'm in the window of the return phase. I want to return the camera though. I'm not using it. This is my old camera. I did go into the settings of my old camera and tweak it and try to do some updates just to see if I can fix it. I just don't want to spend all that money. Let's see. LBS Official Bear says, are you seeing what's happening in Venezuela? I saw a little bit. I can't say I've followed it very closely, but I have been seeing a lot of the reports out there for sure. But I know it's crazy. Samuel for $20. I had to look for myself to see that Google was censoring the suggestion drop down bar for Trump assassination attempt. They sure did. 0 suggestions. I typed in Kennedy and it auto-filled like 15 search options. 1,000%, man. 1,000%. Let's see. Liam Neeson's chin says, audio is out of sync for me. Is audio out of sync for anybody else? Let me know. Look at Jay's comment. Is Jay here? Says love dogs. Is Jay here? Subscribe to Drunk 3PO. If Trump is doubling or tripling his Latino, Black, and youth vote, how is it still close? The math ain't math for me. Math and for me, he only had like 12% of the Black vote before. If that's 24% now, Latino is almost 40%. How is it close? Well, if you look at everything, it's not close. Like the truth of it is it's not close. And that's why they are bumping the numbers everywhere, because anybody with any level of common sense knows that if it's just straight up head to head, Donald Trump versus anybody, no one can compete. There is not a single person in this country that straight up in a fair system can beat Donald Trump. He's the most popular person in this country. Nobody's close. You can give me any movie star. You can give me any pop star. You can give me any celebrity. None of them can compete with Donald Trump. None of them. But we're not dealing with the free and fair situation at all. Jay, you can get in here if you want. We got Party Animal starting in like 20 minutes, though. 3 for 20. Says Google is 100% blocking the Donald Trump assassination attempt. Relanguage the search, i.e. most recent, current, latest date of presidential assassination attempt. Info pops up. Don't type DT. Share like crap. It will start raising research keywords. Thank you for the update. And yeah, they are. I mean, I looked it up myself. The other day I was talking about like on YouTube and how YouTube doesn't auto-populate Donald Trump, at least for me. Some other people saying it would for them, but it doesn't for me. Magna Norris says the narrative should be that communist forces have taken our country and we need to make America great again. Thank you. Let's see here. Eye of Memes for 10 says there was a 2024 Gallup poll that claimed only 56% of Americans think that COOF is over. It's complete dog shit since it's actually 99%. The 34% who think otherwise admit they're as smart as Joe Biden. Well, if you remember, I think that they did a poll of like Democratic voters and they said like 30% or something like that thought that that the Trump assassination was set up by Trump. 30%. Holy shit. This is insane, dude. 30% still think that the Donald Trump assassination situation was staged. We are dealing with incredibly stupid people. Chad Layton says, thanks for the eye cancer. I don't know if that's in reference to me or something else. Thank you, Chad. Magna Norris says this dude is more gay. Oh, you're talking about the white dudes for Harris. Then Kaiser Soul pool party. LOL. Thank you, Magnum Norris. Professor Sugan D's Nuts right there for $20. Thank you. Appreciate that. Magnanor says, sorry, Mike fans, but that woman has big teeth, too big for presidency. Gray Ghost says, Jeremy wants to return the camera because he knows it means he's halfway to getting the Cobra throne. I had people reach out. They were like going to buy it. I was like, I can use money to help build Geeks and Gamers more than I can use money to have that amazing Cobra throne. We got a lot. Like, I don't want to say too much because I might, like we got something really cool in the works for G&G right now that I'm excited for you guys to see. We're not ready to launch anything yet, but it's on the way. It's on the way. So, but I'm excited. I'm excited for the future. So all of the money, it just keeps going back into G&G, man. That's it. So, Hail the Lord says, you need that chair. I mean, it is a cool chair. Unseen Dimension says, I believe you when you say you respect your fans asked you to get a camera and you did. Don't take that away. I love Geeks and Gamers either way. Thank you. So here's the thing. I have two different cameras. I bought the Sony A6400 and I bought a Canon R50. I want to return the Sony A64 because I know Canon and I know the Canon EOS. So I have a Canon R50 that I'm going to keep. So that I do have a new camera, but I don't want the super expensive Sony one. But if people tell me I have to keep it, I'll have to keep it. But with that said, who cares what I think? Because look who's here. It's Drunk 3PO.
Yo, what's good? I know
What's
we got
up,
a game
man?
in like 10 minutes. Did you see James O'Keefe's tweet like 5 minutes ago?
Share it. Let's do it.
I think you might have to do a Cobra cast tomorrow.
Oh, really? Okay.
Might need it. All right, let me grab it. Here it is. This is a wild time right now. There it is. He's like, I wonder what the top people inside the DNC are currently saying about Kamala. Maybe we should show people what they really think. Maybe we should do that tomorrow.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Emergency Cobra cast tomorrow, Jay? Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Look
That's
at
what I'm
there.
saying. And don't get me started on them white dudes for Trump either. Oh,
Doug
man.
B for 50. And he just says, Jay. They love Drunk 3PO around these parts. Yeah, this is okay. So this is actually going to be wild right here. So I wonder what see, this is why it's important. I met James O'Keefe. Did you see that I met him?
Yeah,
Were you on the stream when I did that? I don't know if you were on the stream when I did that, but met James O'Keefe.
I was hosting.
Were you there then? Okay, I couldn't remember, man. There was a lot going on. It was a lot going on.
You forgot about me, chat.
I forgot. But James O'Keefe and his crew actually watched my Geeks and Gamers videos where I reacted to their Disney Files videos. So that was really cool. That's really cool. So yeah, it looks like we're gonna get an emergency Cobra cast tomorrow. If it's early enough, I'll do it before main event. If not, I'll do it after main event. And Jay is welcome to be here if he wants to.
I'd love to be there.
How many subscribers from 100K are you, Jay?
Oh man, it's slowing down. About 3,200, something like that.
There's got to be a few people here that aren't subscribed to Drunk 3PO. There's got to be a few. There's got to be a few.
It's still growing in the positives, just not as fast.
There's got to be a few.
But we'll see. But I'll let you catch up. I know we're gonna game in like 10 minutes, so I'll see y'all over. I'll see you. Someone.
Subscribe to Drunk 3PO. Let's get that man to 100,000 subscribers. I didn't know what that was all about. Let's see. John says, prepare for craziness in the next 100-ish days. Lots of lies and a crisis or two will happen. If we can overcome the corrupt counties, we can win it. 1,000%. Rodney Full Circle says, this is absolutely not a super chat. How dare you? Hey, boss, loving your show and the Geeks and Gamers gang. Love to chat too. This show is awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Seriously, man, I can't wait for you guys to see something. So I think we're going to build it around, we're going to be, Geeks and Gamers is planning on being in San Antonio for, is it SpaceCon, I think is what it is. I'm not sure what the date is yet, but we've got something really cool that we're going to premiere there, hopefully. Fantastic Mr. Knox says, Hale, have you seen the Benny video where there's more filming of the pew pew? It absolutely gets more wild. Also, meta nuking the Trump incident. Yes, absolutely. I saw both of those. Benny is doing unbelievable work, by the way. Benny is crushing it. And but yeah, if you haven't, he's got that on his Twitter account and probably on his YouTube. I didn't see it on YouTube, but I know it's on his Twitter account. Doug B for 50 over on Rumble says, if you're here and not subscribed to Jay, you are not 199. Go sub now. Let's go. Thank you, Doug. I appreciate you, brother. Matt HTX over on Rumble says, guess the left should have hired Alec Baldwin's finger if they wanted success. Also, all illegals should be deported, including anchor babies, because that loophole is intentionally misunderstood. Thank you, Matt. And yeah, ABF, hail Alec Baldwin's finger. Grand Potato says, you can't get Jeremy without Amy. A part of your name is a woman's and you have light features. What a fig. Thank you. Slain Hope says, beware. Appeal labels on fruit. It's coated in poison. Noted. Thank you. Munchie Ninja. Oh, I was here when you said that word. That's the only time I've ever said it. I love all the black people. Okay. Black Tiger says, honest question. Did I miss the super chat square up? Which one? We still have one for Geeks and Gamers that I have to get to, and I may just have to include that in tomorrow's main event. So, if that's the one you're asking about, I've had, I don't get into details too much with, like, I've had a lot going on, like in the real world, the real life stuff. And I have not been as on top of stuff this week as possible. And I do apologize for that. Terry says, election interference. RIP Jeremy says, waiting for your cam to glitch. It did once already. Gohan Creates says, Venezuela is about to revolt. I saw some images. Let's see. Accident Seller says, I have a new name for Kamala. Skamala. I like it. I like Special K, though. Somebody said Special K earlier. Ryan Kennel, not the Ryan Kennel. Does John Morrow still troll Beardo on occasion? Yes, he does. Moral Objection says, still think you can vote your way out of communism, sir. Vote Trump. Yes. VJ the Vigilant says, Hale, I bet you can find Zuckerberg's stupid photo of him on a surfboard and a tuxedo. Unfortunately, I've seen that one. I like Special K, though. Special K is a good name for Kamala Harris. Special K is actually really good. We need to get some memes rolling. Special K. I like that. There's John Underwood again. Proper 199. Thank you so much. Darth Racer says, don't worry about it, Jeremy. It'll all work out. Hopefully. East Coast Toasted Boy says, I've been playing COD Modern Warfare 3 Zombies on Xbox Game Pass. Always been a COD zombie fan. It's a little different. It's like Division meets COD Zombies. Yeah, I mean, COD Zombies is huge. It's got a huge following as well. There's Baba Boomer's big 199+1. Thank you. East Coast Toasted Boy says, Canadian DeSantis over here laughing my ass off. Accident Seller says, is this the new CEO of Apple? Talking about that soy boy. You fuck that bitch, says Weirdos for Trump. Black Tiger says, Pierre seems cool. A rusty nail offering. Let's see. Tentis can beat Trudeau. Canadians want him out worse than Splinter in the ass. Can't leave fast enough. Accident Seller says January 7th was like 9/11, Jeremy Shima, Nagasaki, Rhinasaki, and the extinction of the dinosaurs combined. Yo, don't you know? Teresa Young says biggest political story, general story, and even bigger than Elvis dying. And I'm an Elvis fan, but Trump is more important than music. I was born in 1962, MAGA. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, outside of 9/11, in my lifetime, Trump assassination attempt is the biggest story I've ever seen outside of 9/11. 9/11 was bigger because 9/11, I still see the videos of 9/11 and I can't even process what I'm looking at. It's crazy. It's crazy to live through that. Skippy says, play the Dave Rubin weird supercut. Weird super. I don't know which one you're talking about. Jeremy's eyebrow says, hi, Jeremy. My favorite Pookie Bear. What? Canadian Watch Monkey says, hawk to a girl got to fame the fastest. Accident Seller says, play AI voice Kamala campaign clip from Elon retweeted. Magnum Norris says, Mini Men. He didn't come out to Mini Men. That was edited, but it was still cool. Tim Pools T says, who is the golden-haired businessman? I like the cut of his jib. Geeks and Gamers Play Highlight says there was a stage AG that looks to be going after big tech over these state AG going after big tech over these election interference cases because of their errors. Let's hope so. Teresa Young says the left turned Trump into a martyr. They can't fight a martyr. Trump is too big, too strong. RIP Jeremy says, why are you showing us the bearded lady for Harris? Your Barmy says, never start a conversation with I've been thinking about men. Jeremy's eyebrow says, have you seen AJ's new Bohemian Grove footage? I've heard about it, but I didn't see it. Cole Summer says, oh, it's Yogi Beardo. Retardo Yay says, looks like Gary. Let's see, is it Pilar of Astoria says, I've been following the polls for the next Canadian election, and it's looking to be a landslide victory for Paliver. How do you say it? Pierre. I'll just say Pierre. Conservatives are way ahead. Debbie says, leave it to Jeremy. Getting my housemates wondering why I'm laughing so hard. Thank you. Grant Potato says, is John Maher the leader of WDFH? Yes. Mandalore says, Jeremy, we need a cleanser after that fig. Bubba Matt with a thumbs up. JM Elliott says, these people are nuts. Rodney Full Circle with the thumbs up says, oops, my bad. Grant Potato says, Big Mike is a big fig. Legalize adulthood for a proper 199. Holy shit. Dave Rubin is passed out in the other room. He had the Olympics opening ceremony on loop. There's something going on with that guy. I'm so good at karaoke that literal pimps are trying it to be my buddy. Weird times, bro. Trump 2024, baby, LFG, and legalize adulthood. Just dropped 20 gifted memberships. Let's go. Legalize adulthood. I can tell when legalize adulthood is on the karaoke kick. Just spams memes to me. Just spams memes. It spams them. And I love it. They're hilarious. Hail legalize adulthood. Thank you, brother. Greg O says, Jeremy, I got that stupid Creeper Jeremy shirt in the mail. I don't think I can wear it in public. My imaginary girlfriend and inner retard said they'd leave me if I wore it out of the house. I got to show you guys something, okay? It's that Creeper Jeremy shirt is the dumbest thing we've ever produced. And you guys bought it. And I was like, here's Alec Baldwin's finger, all right? He said, it's even more dog shitted person. I love it. This is so stupid. This is so stupid. It's such a dumb idea. I had nothing to do with this. Okay. The team decided, it's so bad. It's so bad. I didn't approve this. Okay. I'm running around the RNC. I'm trying to film different people. I'm on Benny Johnson's stream. I didn't know I was on a stream. You guys screen capped me on Benny Johnson's stream. And then this happens. What the hell? You guys are the best, dude. You guys are the freaking best. I love you guys so much. The professional John Morris says, make sure to beat down Beardo and party animals. Yes. It's about to happen. Archer Blade says, did Trump actually say he wasn't a Christian? Sounds hard to believe. No, he did not say that. It was edited. Piano Dean says, Jeremy, did you hear the breaking news? Joel Osteen unveils new ultra-thin yacht that can fit through the eye of a needle. Oh, boy. Mark Schaefer says, Jay wants a Kamala wifo. What? Ocean Breeze Salty. Jeremy, you're not 40 or 29. I like your thinking. Shaky Owen says, did you guys ever come to the Northeast? Well, I came up to Wisconsin for the RNC, but I was on a tight schedule. Defending, and I've been to New York, and we've been to Boston. We did a Boston meetup a couple years ago. Defending True says, if you didn't use the hard R, then who even cares? The Bob that God made mad. Has anyone said Haktua Harris yet? Frank Hughes says the word horrible is the Finnish language is Kamala. 3 says microblading your eyebrows isn't that gay. I had it done for blonde eyebrows. Maybe consider. God, y'all are just going to make me even gayer if I start doing that crap. All right, let's see. PJ says they don't want us to get unpassive aggressive. PJ says he looks like Beardo and Gary had a baby. Vault 95 says the corrupt global media machine was on full display with the Canadian interview you played earlier. They were talking about Pierre's campaign in Canada, and the interviewer wouldn't stop crying about Trump. Big Wig Cthulhu says, plug for my fledgling channel. Got to take on the Acolyte, The Boys season 4, and The Last Supper from the Degenerates in Paris. My opinions are nothing more than humble and dog shit. Like and subscribe. I like your thinking. That's good. Johnny the Whiz Kid says, I Googled the Trump assassination attempt and I'm able to see images. Is it because I'm using Brave? Do you think the censorship has been lifted? Yeah, I mean, you'd have to do it through Google. I don't know anything about Brave. I haven't used Brave before. Vault 95 says, of course, the entire corrupt planetary multi-trillion-dollar global establishment is against Trump. It wouldn't be fair otherwise. MAGA 199. And I think that's it right there. And we've got Samuel says, Jeremy, do you know what's happening in Venezuela? I'm a little out of the loop. If you or someone can give me a rundown, Hell 199. I know that there's a lot going on, and they're on the brink of a revolt because of the election and the rigging, from what I understand, but I don't know all of that. Will I be streaming the DNC on August 19th? 1,000% I'll be streaming the DNC. I will be live I will probably be live for every second of the DNC because I think it's going to be an absolute shit show. So I will be here nonstop for the DNC. Nonstop. We are playing Party Animals. They should be live here in just a minute, actually. Let me see. Have they gone live yet? As soon as I go live, I'm going to raid them, and then I'm going to hop over there. Krista is hosting for the main Geeks and Gamers Play channel tonight. Yeah, I'll be covering the DNC because the DNC, I got a feeling it's not what it's going to be presented as. I think it's going to be a lot different than what we're thinking. I think that, like, right now with all of the stuff going on with Kamala Harris, like they have no idea. I'm not convinced she's going to be the nominee. I'm just not. I'm not convinced that she's going to be the nominee. I mean, I think it probably seems like she will be, but I think that if you look at the honeymoon phase that they've tried to be on with Kamala right now and the onslaught of media attention, and they still can't even, her polling numbers are not that good. They're just not. Oh, I did want to show you guys something really quickly. Let me look it up real quick on my bookmarks because this had a lot of people worried. And, but I've got a counter to it. So just give me a minute here. I've got a counter. Right. Where's it at? I could have swore. Okay. Yeah. So this guy right here, this guy has predicted every election since 1984. He even predicted that Trump would win in 2016. And he is predicting Harris is going to win.
I'll tell you exactly where we stand, even though I'm not going to make a final prediction until the Democratic convention. Under my 13-key system, which probes the strength and performance of the White House party, how elections really work, if 6 or more of my keys fall against the White House party, they are predicted losers, otherwise a predicted winner. Right now with Harris, the Democrats are down 3 keys. My mandate key, because they lost House seats in 2022 in the U.S. House. incumbency because it's an open seat, and incumbent charisma because Harris is not an FDR. That means 3 more keys would have to fall to predict their defeat. It's possible, but a lot would have to go wrong for Harris to lose. So what are the 4 keys you really should be looking at? Third party. Will RFK Jr. stabilize at least 10% in the polls? It's the only time I have to use the polls. I have nothing else. I think that's unlikely. Social unrest. Will there be a huge outburst of social unrest at the Democratic convention like we saw in the riots of '68? I don't think so, but it's possible. And the 2 shakiest keys, foreign/military failure and foreign/military success. So a lot would have to go wrong for Harris and the Democrats to lose 3 of those 4 keys.
Now, hold on, because I saw this tweet right here from Rich Barris, and he says, Alan, is it Lichtman, says that just spent the last month telling everyone and anyone who would listen that it's suicide for Democrats to replace Joe Biden and that he was the strongest candidate. He just now told CNBC that Kamala is in a strong position to beat Donald Trump. These people. So when I saw this one right here, I was like, okay, that makes me feel a lot better. So that apparently this guy basically is, he had said that they can't replace Joe Biden. And now that they have, he said it will be suicide for them to replace Joe Biden. And now he's saying, well, Kamala's in a great position. So fuck that guy. All right. Bottom line is Donald Trump is going to win this election, but he's going to win it because the people are not going to back down. The people have got to stand up and realize that this is the most important election of our lifetime, and it's not even close. Darian Murphy says, Creeper Jeremy looks like the grassy knoll gunman. Fantastic vs. Knox says, there's an article where Kamala was congratulating the Venezuela election while other world leaders were condemning it. That's the thing, man. Kamala Harris is a very stupid person. She is a stupid person. It's not going, this whole thing is, she's going to say something really dumb in the very near future. She just is. But let's see here. Okay, so we are going to wrap it up here. I'm going to go join my crew for Geeks, for Party Animals on the Geeks and Gamers Play channel. This stream will raid that stream. Alan Tanasi says the only advantage that Kamala has over Trump is that she has taken more shots to the face than Trump, but not a bullet. Hail the Snake Pit 199. By the way, with this James O'Keefe thing, I'm probably going to do an emergency Cobra cast tomorrow. I don't know what time yet, but I will cover it. So stay tuned for that. And that's going to be a really good breakdown. So thanks to Jay for bringing that up. Looks like we're going to have a Cobra cast tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, I will be live for the whole DNC and all of that. So don't worry. All of that's happening. You guys have been incredibly generous tonight, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the support. I don't know what to say other than thank you. And I'm humbled every day by all of you. And I know you're probably calling me gay because I'm being all like thankful to you and everything, but you got to be, when the people take care of you, how can you not be humbled and appreciative of that? So there you go. Call me gay, but I appreciate the hell out of each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much. All right, guys, we're gonna go raid the Geeks and Gamers Play channel, and we're gonna play Party Animals tonight. So I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's CobraCast stream. I appreciate it. And now we're gonna hop on over to the Party Animal stream. Love you all. Have a great night. Talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.